Hi everyone! Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Live Magic with Lauren M. If you guys wanted to go and check out my website that I created last week, the website is in my bio. The link is right on there. So on there you can see any recommended Amazon products that I have, as well as links to all of my Live Magic with Lauren M videos. So you can see them right on my website, and also some of those recommended products. I've only put products on there that I have used personally, that I know work, that I know are good. There are some things that I have bought from Amazon that I haven't liked, so I haven't linked them on there. So if you buy anything directly from that website, I'm not saying that it's going to be absolutely perfect, but I'm just saying that those things worked for me. And a lot of people have been asking me how to grow their reach. So people have been asking me advice on how often they should post, what hashtags they should use, and stuff like that. So I've been getting a lot of questions about that. I did start my Instagram in December of 2017. So I've only had it for like a year and 3 months, and I do already have 8,000 views. So I feel like I do have a little bit of a good grasp on how to grow your reach really fast. I've never paid for advertisements. I've never paid for bots to like me or anything like that. I've never paid to advertise my Chicago Princess Lauren account. So everything that I've had has been organic reach. So I felt like I could help some people out by talking about that, since you guys seem to be interested in it. So I will jump in and answer some of these questions. There weren't a lot this week, probably because there really aren't a lot of questions to ask on this, but I will answer these questions. This should be a pretty short video, so hopefully you guys can get some information out of this if you plan on growing your Instagram reach. Okay. So the first question I have is, how often should I post to continue growing? So I post every single day, as you guys probably have noticed. I make sure to post every single day without fail. When I first started my Instagram, I did not do this. I was really new to it, so I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing, but now I make sure to post every day. I know some people need to take breaks from Instagram because they want to focus on real life and they have some other stuff going on. However, Instagram is kind of my thing to keep a routine going every day. I don't really do much throughout the week, so it's kind of my thing to make sure that I stay in a routine, and it really does give me some pleasure in making sure that I can share myself with the world. I'm not just by myself sitting in my house. I do feel like I connect to you guys a lot easier when I post every day, so I'm able to share that human interaction sort of through Instagram every day. So I would say at least once a day. Most of the time I don't post more than once a day, just because I don't want to run out of content. But I know that some people who post more than once a day, then you get to be seen more. I don't know exactly how Instagram's algorithm works, but I know that the more people like your stuff, the more that you're seen on their page. So if you don't post for a whole week, for example, then you don't have anybody liking your stuff for a whole week. And so then when you post again, you're not being shown to people because they haven't been liking your stuff because you haven't been posting. So I always say post at least once a day. Again, you guys don't have to follow any of these rules. These are just rules if you do want to grow as fast as possible without having to pay. So this is just my advice and what I do personally. However, you should not feel like you're forced to post every day or follow these rules. These are just some examples on what I do to make sure that I can get organic reach. So yeah, if you don't want to run out of content, then you can just post as many times as you want in a day. I think that the more you post, the better. I don't think I've ever posted more than about 2 pictures in a day. So I don't know how it is if you post more than 2, but I've noticed that I post every day and I continuously get those high likes. I haven't really had many pictures that all of a sudden jump down. So yeah. What kind of content should I share? And I think somebody just asked that, especially for a company page that is just starting out. So I say 100% keep with the theme of your page. So I know that the other thing that Instagram's algorithm likes to do is it likes to hide stuff that isn't in theme with the, with what your whole Instagram theme is. I don't really know how to describe that, but for example, I've kind of posted myself as a princess cosplayer, so every once in a while if I'll post a superhero cosplay or something like that, it doesn't get as much reach, and that's just because it's different than what I normally post. So I think Instagram, I know a lot of people are annoyed by Instagram's algorithm, but I do understand why they do what they do. So for example, if somebody is following me, then you assume that they want to see princess cosplays, because that's mostly what I post. So when I post something superhero, Instagram thinks, hey, the people that follow you don't want to see this, they're only following you to see princesses, so then they don't show that post to your followers. So you really want to keep with that theme of whatever your Instagram is based around. So if you're just a cosplay account, then you can just post as many cosplays as you want. If you have started yourself out as a princess company, then you want to continuously keep posting princess pictures. If you start posting personal pictures of yourself on your business page, or even my page that I do, I don't post personal pictures. I only do pictures of me in cosplay, and that's just because I know that that's what my followers want. And so when I post something that my followers want, then it shows that to them, for example. So yeah, so you want to continuously post the same type of theme that your Instagram is going along with, unless you don't care about reach. If you don't care, if you really, really love a cosplay, or you really, really love this picture that you've taken, share it. Don't care. You shouldn't care whether people like it or not. That's not what the point is here. But I would say if you want to post a personal picture that doesn't go along with the theme of your Instagram, then make sure to post something that goes along with that theme on the same day. So in that case, you could do 2 posts. But I just know, for example, sometimes that with this page, I like to just follow cosplay accounts. I do have a personal Instagram where I follow all the people that I know personally. So this one I really like to focus on following cosplayers and people and artists and people like that. So when somebody does post something more personal to them, I kind of feel a little uncomfortable just because I don't know them and I don't feel like I should be shared with that personal information that they're sharing. So I think that's just kind of an example. I know that anybody who's following me wants cosplay, and they mostly want princess cosplay. So whenever I post those pictures, it seems to get a lot better reach. So yeah, just keep with the theme of your Instagram and don't sway too much from what you have shared yourself as thus far. One question I've gotten from a few people is, how do I not run out of content? So as you guys can see, I post every single day. A lot are the same characters and different outfits and new characters and stuff like that. So one thing that I do is every time that I take cosplay pictures, so whether it's literally in front of this ring light, in front of my wall, I go out and I get someone to take pictures of me. I take a ton of them. So I don't just take like, okay, let's take a picture, okay, I'm done. I take like 100 of them. I take so many of them. And even the pictures that I don't like of myself, I save. So I know that people's phones' memory and space can go down really easily by saving things. So I actually have a Google Drive, and I do pay $2 a month to get, I think, like 100 gigabytes or something like that. So I have a folder of each character that I've ever done and a billion pictures of me as every character. So for example, Ariel, which is my most popular character, my favorite character, the one that I have the most outfits for, I have 800 pictures of me as Ariel saved in my Google Drive. So anytime that I want to share an Ariel picture, I will not miss an Ariel picture. I just have so many of them saved on my Google Drive that anytime that I want to share an Ariel picture, I have one at my disposal. And like I said, even when I take pictures and I absolutely hate the way that I look in the picture, I still save it, because a couple months later, sometimes I'll just be like, why did I hate this picture? I love this picture. Or I can put it as a side-by-side of like, oh, this was me being goofy or something like that. So yeah, I would just say that when you take pictures as a certain character, just save all of them. Save all of them in a drive so that you don't accidentally delete them, that you can go back and save them. So anytime that I've been like, oh, I don't know what to post today, I'll go through and I'll look through all my pictures, and sometimes I'll find like a boomerang that I took that I saved, or a video of me singing that I saved, and I'm like, oh, why haven't I shared this yet? So I'll just share that. That way I can keep my content going even if there's a couple weeks where I'm never in character, that I don't have time to take pictures. I just save them all, and that really helps with my challenges too. I know that a lot of people love the challenges that I do, and that helps in those cases because I'll just start looking through all the different characters that I have and see if there are any common pictures in there, and I'll be like, that could be a challenge. Or noticing that I have a lot of characters that wear blue dresses, or a lot of characters that start with the letter A. So having those pictures of you as every single character helps you join other people's challenges as well. If somebody starts a challenge for anything, I pretty much have a picture for it because I have myself saved as every single character I've ever done. But yeah, just keep saving as many pictures as you can when you're in cosplay. Don't just look for one opportunity for one post for the day. If you want to come up with a cute idea of you in a Disney bound, maybe put that Disney bound on, then try another Disney bound, and then put your dress on. Just do a lot of different stuff like that so that you have a lot of different options so that you can post yourself throughout the different weeks and months and everything. Another thing that I try not to do is I try not to share the same character more than one day in a row. Because I have all those different characters saved, I'm able to mix it all up so people don't really get bored of one certain character. So yeah, just save every single picture you've ever taken of yourself in cosplay. Even like random selfies that you post on your story, you can use for Selfie Sunday. A random picture of you like looking silly and talking in the middle of a sentence to a little kid, like you can use later as like a goofy picture. Just don't disregard any picture that you've ever taken of yourself in cosplay because you can always use it later down the line when you're really desperate to find some content. Somebody else asked me if the time of the post matters. I haven't personally noticed this. I know that a few people have done research on what time is the best to post. However, I just kind of do it when I think about it. I try to post as early in the morning as possible as soon as I wake up, which is usually around like 10 or 11. So it's usually late in the day anyway. I do know that on Saturday and Sunday, yesterday and Saturday, I posted later than I usually do, and I've gotten a lot of likes. I don't know whether it was because it was just a new character or it was the time of the day. I think sometimes it's hard to do that research because some characters are just liked more than others. So yeah, I haven't really noticed. I do know that when I look on my insights, because I am posted as a business page, that it says most people are on Instagram between 3 and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is my time. So if you guys want to focus on posting in between 3 and 6 p.m., that seems to be the time that most people are on. However, like I said, I just post as soon as I wake up. I normally post between 11 and 1, and I still get consistent likes on everything. I've never noticed one day that it's really low. Anytime that I've noticed that a post is really low, I normally just equate it to the fact that it's kind of a boring post, that I don't ask questions or change anything cool on my post or anything like that. So yeah, maybe between 3 and 6, you can do your own research and look up online. Some places online do say when is the best time to post, and I've tried those and I didn't notice any difference. So I would just say as long as you're posting once a day and you're getting your stuff out there, then I don't think time matters too much. The next question I had was what hashtags are best to use? So I'm not exactly sure what exact best hashtags are, because it really depends on what type of feed you're looking for, what kind of Instagram page you are, whether you're an art page, a photography page, a cosplay page, a personal page, a business page. There's a lot of different types of pages that you can go. I know that I used to search, there are some websites that will look up like best hashtags. So like video, I would look up like video and it would say like Instagram video / Insta life or something like that. Like it would show all the most top performing hashtags for that content, but I didn't really notice that doing a big difference for me. So one thing that I do that I think everybody could probably benefit from is, so if you guys ever look at any of my pages, in the comments I put all of my hashtags. As soon as I post, I add that like comment of a chunk of hashtags, and they're always the same. So I literally have a note in my phone of what hashtags to put for Ariel, what hashtags to put for Belle, what hashtag to put for Rapunzel, for every character that I have. So it'll be like hashtag Ariel, hashtag Little Mermaid, hashtag Part of Your World, hashtag Ariel cosplay, hashtag Princess cosplay, hashtag Little Mermaid cosplay, and I will post that same exact thing every time. And I think that that helps me because it shows Instagram that every post that I'm making is similar content. So every post that I make has hashtag Disney, hashtag Disney cosplay, hashtag Princess cosplay, hashtag Princess performer, hashtag character performer, stuff like that. So I think that when you use the same hashtags in all your pictures, it shows Instagram that you're posting the same content every day, and it shows it to people. Now, I have heard people say the opposite. I have heard people say that using the same hashtags over and over doesn't help because then Instagram thinks that your feed is boring because it's the same. But I've always used the same hashtags for everything, and I've never noticed like a big difference. Like I said, I've grown my feed pretty fast. So I think that whatever rules I'm following work. And so yeah, I just use the same hashtags for everyone. Another thing to note is that Chicago Princess Sarah, she's only had her Instagram for less than a year, and I think she's already at like 5.5K, and it's because ever since she started, she's been following all of these rules that I gave her. I don't think there have been many days where she hasn't followed my rules, so she's grown even faster than I have. I don't think that it's a thing to be discouraged at all. I don't think that content and like how pretty you are, how best you are in cosplay, how great your cosplays are, I don't think that 100% has to do with how much you're seen and how high your reach is. So if you're not getting that reach that you want, don't be discouraged. Just know that there's probably just some logistics that are not in your favor. The next question I got was, who should I tag in my pictures? And I say to tag everyone. So I know some people don't like to share where they get their wigs and costumes, and that's fine, but I say tag as many people as you can. So I tag like whoever took the picture, I tag where my costumes are, where my wig is. Sometimes I tag what kind of makeup I'm using, any jewelry that I'm wearing, where the location that I'm at. Sometimes I'll tag the location, I'll tag my company, Princess Party Chicago, and then I have about 1 billion cosplay feature pages that I tag, and they probably get annoyed because they see that I tag them every single day, but hey, I'm not gonna stop doing what I think works. So I have like the Pepper Pack cosplay, which is Dr. Pepper Princess's feature cosplay account, daily cosplay feature, Cosplay is Beautiful, cosplay DIY, crazy cosplays, what else? Disney Princess Cosplay BTS, Walt Disney World Photo. I just have a bunch of feature pages that I tag in every picture that I post. And I have noticed that there have been some days that I have forgotten to tag all of those people in my post, and then that post gets less likes. So I do think that that gets you more reach, because then you are seen in that little like tagged section on that person's page. So if someone goes on their tagged that tagged section and they scroll through everybody that has tagged that person, they'll see your post, so then they'll be able to like it. So it's just another way of showing yourself on another page, and then they'll get notified that you tagged them, so then they might like your picture, just stuff like that. So yeah, I would say tag as many people as possible. Usually I just type in feature cosplay and I'll tag any page that says like featuring cosplayers, cosplay featured, daily cosplay feature, just stuff like that. So then I show up on all of their pages every single day. The next person said, trying to engage people can feel like pulling teeth. Any tips? I would just say, one thing that I do is, as you guys can probably see, is I ask questions. So I'll be like, tell me how you're feeling in the comments and stuff like that. And that really gets people to help. I think it's about 4 to 5. You need about 4 to 5 words per comment for it to count. So the more comments you have, the more the top of the list you go. So you do get seen more based on how many comments you had. And the comments are very important when you first post. As it goes on, the comments don't matter as much, but the amount of comments that you get within that first hour are very crucial. So I always will tell people to answer a question in the comments, so it gives them a reason to answer. I know that I try to engage with as many posts as possible, but sometimes I just don't know what to say, and I end up being like, you're so cute, you look beautiful, I love this picture. So then I feel kind of repetitive and redundant, so I like it when people say like, answer a question in the comments, because I'll always do it so that I can give them that reach, I can give them that push to be at the top. Another thing that I always make sure to do is, as soon as somebody comments on my picture, I try to comment back, especially for that first hour that you post. So anytime somebody posts, I'll be like, oh, thank you so much, I really appreciate that. Oh, you're so sweet, thank you, stuff like that. And like I said, you need 4 to 5, 4, 5, or 6, around that range. You need around that many words in your comment for it to count as a comment. So emojis don't count. If you just say thanks, that won't count. Thank you, that won't count. First hour that you post is really crucial to make sure that you respond to people's comments, that people comment on your picture. I have a few people that actually every time that we post will send it to each other, so I know that we have a guaranteed group of girls that will comment back on my posts. So if you guys have a bunch of friends in the cosplay community, make a group chat, and every time you make a post, share that to that group chat so that all of those girls can see it, girls or guys can see it. I know that with my group, I always can count on those girls commenting on my pictures and saying, responding to my questions and stuff like that. The other thing you want to do is make sure to share on your story. I know I don't really go through my Instagram feed very much. I pretty much base it on story. And when people post on their story, I made a post, come see my post today. That's how I see 99% of people's posts, just because I don't know why. I just focus on stories more than feed. So yeah, you really want to ask those questions, post in your story so that people can see it, send it to your friends so that they can see it. That first hour that you post is crucial to get those comments and to comment back so that your feed, your picture gets put towards the top of the feed. Another thing that you want to do is really interact with and comment on other people's pictures as well. You can't expect it to be a one-way street and for everyone to comment on all of your pictures when you're not giving them any love back. So you really want to make sure to comment on your friends' pictures, any cosplay pages that you really love. Just comment. Be nice to people. Comment what you like about their hair, what you like about their costume, what you like about the backdrop, how beautiful they are. If you start commenting on other people's pages, they notice and then they say, hey, I'm going to go and comment on theirs back. I know that I found a lot of the cosplayer and princess accounts that I follow based on people that have commented on my pictures. I try to follow as many cosplay and princess business pages as I can. So when I see them commenting on my pictures, then I comment on theirs, I'll follow theirs. So yeah, just really interact with other people as well, and then they'll want to interact with you. The next question was actually like a logistic question of how do you add the words and captions to your story. So the words and captions are different. So I don't know if they're just talking about the text box, but when you post in your story, there is a little box that should be like up here, and I think it has like an A in it or something like that. So you click on that and then you can just type it all out. My favorite thing to do is there's a button right here after you type that you can click to make the background of it a certain color. That way you don't have to worry about it blending into the background. So yeah, that's how you do that. The other way to share your pictures on your story is the little like share button that has like a little arrow. If you click on that, it'll say share to story. So that's how you send it there for the person who asked that question. The last question that I had, like I said, I didn't have a lot of questions this week because it's kind of just a logistic thing of me explaining what I do, was what is the key for gain confidence and hope with our skills to gain work? So this was kind of a confusing question to me, but I just said, don't give up. Don't think that just because you're not getting a lot of likes, because you're not getting a lot of reach, that it's because you suck. Because it's really not. And I know that a lot of people feel that way, and a lot of people need to take breaks from Instagram because it makes them feel bad about themselves, makes them feel down when they don't get a picture up to a certain amount of likes, and I totally understand that. Sometimes when I'm super excited to share a new character and I share it and I don't get the love that I got for myself when I took the picture, I get a little discouraged of like, oh, I guess I don't look good as that character. But you just can't give up. Just sometimes it's just the logistics of Instagram bite you in the butt and they don't show off that picture and they don't let your picture be seen by fancy like high up people, and it sucks, but you just have to know that it's not you, it's Instagram. So if you hashtag people, if you tag people in your pictures, if you comment back to people's comments, you tell them to ask questions in the comments, answer questions in the comments, then you really, really, really will have the highest chance possible of being seen. And especially when you're starting out, it is discouraging to see other people get thousands of likes on their pictures and you're getting 10. But if you just keep working hard, you will get there. Keep improving your cosplays, don't stay sedentary. Work on your makeup, do some live videos to get people to want to come to your channel. And one thing that I've noticed that has worked the best for me, which you guys have seen within the past couple days, is doing share for shares. So people love to be shared on other people's pages, myself included, because it's kind of like free advertising. So saying if you comment what your favorite blah 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 is in my post, then I'll share you on my story. Then people will not only comment on your post, but then you can share them on your story, and a lot of the times those people will share you back saying thank you or whatever. So especially doing share for shares or comment on this and I'll share you and stuff like that, people will do it. People love to be shared, people love to be talked about, people love compliments, myself included. So if you give people the chance to get love back after giving love to you, then they are more likely to give you that love. But yeah, so I was able to answer all the questions in the comments too, and this one stayed pretty short, which is good. I didn't get a ton of questions about this because it's mostly just me sharing my advice. keep checking out my new website. I'm really excited about it. I change it and edit it almost every day to add new Amazon products that I'm hearing about, to post more videos, stuff like that. I'm really excited that you guys have found that useful. A lot of people have been telling me how they've ordered stuff from it and it's so helpful and everything, so start sharing that around with everybody. Thank you guys again. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and you found all of this information valuable. Bye guys!